Uncontrolled diabetes has many serious consequences, including heart disease, kidney disease, blindness, and other complications. Prediabetes has also been linked to these conditions, so in this video I'm looking at 5 foods that those with diabetes and prediabetes should avoid. When people with diabetes and prediabetes consume too many carbohydrates at one time, which are broken down into sugar, this can cause dangerous spikes or rises in blood sugar levels. So to prevent large blood sugar spikes and prevent diabetes complications, it's important to avoid the following foods whenever possible. Number 1, sugar-sweetened beverages. Sugary beverages are the worst drink choice for someone with diabetes. To begin with, they are very high in carbs, with a 12 ounce or 354 ml can of soda providing 38 grams of sugar. The same amount of sweetened iced tea and lemonade each contain 36 grams of carbs, exclusively from sugar as well. In addition, they're loaded with fructose, which is strongly linked to insulin resistance and diabetes in the context of excess calories. Now, indeed, studies suggest that consuming sugar-sweetened beverages may increase the risk of diabetes-related conditions like fatty liver. In one study of overweight and obese adults, consuming 25% of calories from high fructose beverages on a weight-maintaining diet led to increased insulin resistance and belly fat, lower metabolic rate, and worse heart health markers. To help control blood sugar levels and even prevent disease risk, drink water, club soda, even artificially sweetened drinks instead of sugary drinks. Number 2, fruit juice. I want to highlight that fruit juice is not really a healthy beverage, nor is it a suitable alternative for other sugar-sweetened beverages. This is because the fruit sugar is concentrated when juiced, so you end up drinking a lot more fruit than you could ever possibly eat. 8 ounces or 250 mils of unsweetened apple juice contains 24 grams of sugar, which is the same as a soda. Fruit should really be consumed in its whole form, where it still contains fiber and the amount of sugar is much lower. Now, a much better alternative to juice is water with a wedge of lemon, which provides less than 1 gram of carbs and is virtually calorie-free. Number 3, dried fruit. It may seem like I'm bashing fruit here, but I'm not. Fruit is a great source of nutrients and is healthy. But when fruit is dried out, the sugar content becomes much more concentrated, much like with juices. For example, 1 cup of grapes contains 27 grams of carbs, including a gram of fiber. Now, by contrast, 1 cup of raisins contains 115 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fiber. That's equivalent to about 20 teaspoons of sugar. Other types of dried fruit are similarly high in carbs when compared to fresh fruit. So know that if you have diabetes, you don't have to give up fruit altogether. Sticking with low sugar fruits like fresh berries or a small apple can provide health benefits while keeping your blood sugar in the target range. Number 4, honey, agave nectar, and maple syrup. People with diabetes often try to minimize their intake of white table sugar, regular sugar, but there's other types of sugars that can cause blood sugar spikes as well. Below are the carb counts of 1 tablespoon serving of popular sugar alternatives. So white sugar has 12.6 grams, agave nectar would have 16 grams of sugar, honey has 17 grams of sugar, and maple syrup has 13 grams of sugar in 1 tablespoon. So you can see that in terms of the amount of carbs, or more specifically sugar, they are certainly not better choices, and in fact can be worse. Agave nectar for sure, which is unnaturally high in fructose. The best strategy is to avoid all types of added sugar where possible and to use low carb sweeteners instead. Number 5, white bread, pasta, and rice. These foods are all somewhat processed, high carb foods. Eating bread, bagels, and other refined flour foods has been shown to significantly increase blood sugar levels in people with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And this response isn't exclusive to wheat products. In one study, gluten-free pastas were also shown to raise blood sugar, with rice-based types having the greatest effect. The problem is, not only are these foods carb dense, but they also contain such little amounts of fiber, which helps to slow down the digestion process and slow down the speed at which carbs are turned into sugar and absorbed into our blood. If you really need to eat these foods, eat them in small portions and try to choose high fiber options where you can, like rye bread and brown rice. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it informative, and don't forget to subscribe to the Authority Nutrition YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button below this video.